Here we are at the National Mall. It's a wet day and leaves are falling. You can see that the fascists have closed it, although there's widespread civil disobedience. Everyone's ignoring the fact that the fascists have closed it. People are out running and walking. I'm going to ride around and see how many closed signs I can find. I guess all these people running and walking are the feared Harry Reid, denigrated Tea Party anarchist. So that's what today's bicycle jaunt is. It's to find a Tea Party anarchist. The Tea Party is actually about to come down here. They just got through listening to Going Back, and they're going to rake all the leaves between here and the Lincoln Memorial, between the Capitol and the Lincoln Memorial. They seem to have people from Utah and Alaska and New York and a couple other states, as well as some DC, Maryland, and Virginia people. I don't know if they have enough people to rake all the leaves and collect all the trash for 23 blocks, which is how long it is to the Lincoln Memorial, but they might. You never know. Maybe this will be the before video, and I could do it after video later, although these trees are just going to shed more leaves. I don't really think raking leaves is that intelligent anyway. I think you're supposed to mow them, which you can't do when they're wet probably. You're supposed to mow them so they just become mulch and feed the soil. But I doubt the government does anything that intelligent, so I'm not going to blame the Tea Party patriots if they don't. Uh-oh. Look, some counter-revolutionary has taken the sign off and thrown it on the ground. Anarchist. That woman running was an anarchist too, you can tell. She might end up like Miriam Carey and the police might shoot her. They aim for the heart too. They don't just take out your kneecap. They're not playing around. I think these are some foreign tourists. I hear some accents. They probably can't read the signs that say that this is closed and they shouldn't be here. I don't know if ignorance of the law will be an excuse though when they're sent to a FEMA camp. On a sunny day, this would be quite thickly populated. So between the rain and the fact that the government has shut things down, like the Smithsonian, which we're passing by right now, part of the Smithsonian, the Air and Space Museum, with its giant phallic Martian penis. So they've shut enough things down that tourists aren't coming to DC, which I say fucking good. Let fucking DC suffer, because all the people who work here are crats anyway. Let these people go somewhere else on vacation and spend their money. I saw some pitiful NBC fascist report yesterday on North Carolina and the Smoky Mountains, where of course the government shut something down to make everyone suffer, and there was some poor woman there who, in a certain way, is benefiting off of and using taxpayer funded things because she provides walking tours, which is nice, of the Smoky Mountains. And of course, it's all dependent on taxpayer-supported water fountains and security and etc. But that's okay. I'm not bashing her really, but the little lobotomized NBC journalist, I think this was even on MSNBC Horrors. I think it's the Alex Witt show. The little boy little aging cutie boy they had reporting from North Carolina, someone I'd never even seen before, who's basically just a male bimbo. He said something about, $14 million, $14 billion, whatever, is not being spent in the U.S. economy, and the economy is suffering by that much. And of course it's not. People who have that money are just doing something else with it. They're paying off debt, so they're saving it. Or they're going to vacation someplace that's not government controlled. So good. All the places that you can go on vacation that are not government controlled, all the bed and breakfast and etc. will just do better, and all the things that are attached to government will suffer, as they should, for being attached to government and living off the taxpayer. They should learn what happens when you're dependent on the government and how it will punish you for disobeying. And they should end their dependency and fix that situation. They should shrink the government so it can't punish people. They should privatize those parks and give them to the Nature Conservancy and the Audubon Society. So here are these tourists, and they're about to violate the law. This is a closed area, so they're all in trouble. They're all going to end up in American prisons because they don't know English. Look, there's the caravel over on the other side. They're going to put all the poor children whose brain tumors can't be treated at NIH on that caravel, and they won't know that it's not moving because they have brain tumors like Harry Reid has had for decades. And this represents the Obama administration. It's a medieval castle because he's a feudal lord. This represents Washington, a bunch of stinky hot air that doesn't do anything. And that represents Obamacare. It's the Washington Monument, still under scaffolding. Hasn't been repaired for years, like the Obamacare website, which I bet will be dysfunctional 2 years from now, if Obamacare still exists. If we're lucky, a lot of people associated will have had a stroke by then and won't be with us, meaning a lot of the politicians, not the people who need health care. Since it's just a con game to give you a little monopoly money insurance card that says you're insured, except you won't be able to get any health care. Most of you will get worse health care if you had it before. And if you want to complain, you'll be told to log on to your Obamacare website to complain. For your convenience. That boy's like me, except he's much worse. He really needs to be running. I'm only biking, which uses no calories, and I'm about to have brunch when this video is over. Those buildings along the edge of the National Mall are all things like the IRS and Agency for International Development and the so-called Justice Department. And eventually, down at the end, close to the Lincoln Memorial, is the Federal Reserve System. So they're the things that actually need to be shut down, not the park and not the museums. It's not a real shutdown because the IRS is not shut down. Your paycheck did not fail to have the taxes taken out of it this weekend. They're still doing all the parts of the government they care about. They're still fleecing you. No refreshments. Although, those refreshments didn't actually exactly fit anyone, including the government's idea of health to begin with. Here we are at the base of the Lincoln, or not the Lincoln, Lincoln's a little past this. Actually, you can see it in the distance. Here's the Washington Monument. And because we've already gone for almost 11 minutes, we're going to end this. Apparently someone's taken down, oh no, I see a closed sign across the street. But someone's gotten rid of some of the closed signs on this end.